Hey Tribe, Carol Siddle here with Pink Dragon JJ with another journal that I just finished up. This is a custom journal I did for a lovely lady who has just been a huge fan, and I appreciate her so much. She's gotten several of my journals, and I put a lot of heart and soul into this for her. So Laura, this is for you. This is your fairy journal. Look at this booger. This is the cover. Let me untie it here. This is beautiful, like Indian fat. I don't know what they call this, but it's got gold in it. Very fairy-ish. This is it's 9 by 6. The pages are 8.5 by 5, and this is an old vintage quilt piece that I had. I just love the colors. They're very fairy-ish. And I just put some sari Indian fabrics on here with this really pretty flower. I just thought it went with all the colors in it. And I took some trim that I had and reinforced it all the way around, so it's nice and sturdy. Has an eyelet closure on both ends, so it's not going to go anywhere. But it's big. It is. Let me make sure I'm in. Oh, goodness, this thing takes up the whole screen. She's big. So I didn't name it because I wanted to let her do that. This is her journal that she has patiently waited on. And I did do a little charm on here. Let me see, what have I got on here? I believe this is a butterfly and a cross and a unicorn. So I'm going to get started. The inside is also some very old fabric that I had, and I just think it's just gorgeous. I didn't want to put anything on it because it's so pretty. So she can put a "This Belongs To" label. I'll probably include one for her. And then that's the front, and then this is the back of it. Don't you just love those colors? It's watercolor, very fairy-ish. So I hope I'm close enough. Let me see, maybe I can get a little bit. That might be a little too close for everybody. Just trying to get a little bit closer here. There. Hopefully that's a little bit better. It's 80 pages. Just all different varieties of papers and coffee dye papers, and I use some graphic 45 and Stamperia paper mostly. You might see some backgrounds. I did a couple pages with some of Austin Arnold, who is Crafty Boobro on Etsy. He has some amazing, very grungy gel prints, which I love. They're not bright and vivid, but I was able to use them in a fairy journal, so they're very versatile. So if you ever get a chance, go over to his site. He's an awesome guy. He's a first responder, so I try to support those people that are just new to all this. Okay, I hope I can get through this. It's just bulging. It's she doesn't use her journal. She wanted all ephemera, so it's packed. This is Stamperia, and I just did a little bit of collaging on there, and just various ribbons that I've had. Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale, and there girls sleeping with all the different fairies coming to visit her. I might have to hold this up a little bit like that. Here is just a card, and I added some glitter on this. I don't know if you can see that. And then this is a double pocket. So it's got that up there. It says we can only be said to be alive in those precious moments when our hearts are conscious of our treasures. So true. I'm having trouble talking. It's a little late in the evening here. Oh boy, that's bright. It's shiny paper. It's foiled, so it's really got a lot. It says, "You make my heart sing." And it's funny because I stamped that before I realized it was musical note paper. I went, oh, isn't it funny how when you do art, it's like your mind knows what to do before you're consciously aware of it. Okay, maybe it's just me. I don't know. This is this is made from, I put paper on the back, but I use like old cereal boxes and stuff. And I just Mod Podge some napkins on there and put stuff on there. This has got my little collages that I do. So that's there. And then I love this picture of the girl with the little baby fairy. And this is a poppy fairy. So there's her. And then on the back are these beautiful red flowers, which I just love these because these are, in Cuba, they have these trees, and I don't know what the actual name of them is, but we call them flame trees. And they get huge, and they kind of go way out on the sides like an umbrella. And these are the flowers they get on them in the spring. And they're everywhere, and it's just stunning. It's like a Christmas parade. So I just figured this needed a lot of glitter. This is very sparkly. Okay, oh, maybe I can put this down just a little bit here. And then here's one of my collages I made into a belly band. This is some paper I got, I think, off of Pinterest. Imagination can take you anywhere. So true. And this pretty, lovely lady here. This is the one of the jelly prints from Austin. I stamped on it. But it just went so well with this picture. And then this is also one of his jelly prints, and I stamped on it. The butterfly. Another tag there. And then this is a piece of old, I think this is, you know how you get those fabric samples for like sofas, how they have them hanging off the end of when you go to the store, they're hanging off the end with all the different swatches. This is one of those. And I just cut it, made a belly band out of it. And this is graphic 45. And then this is another one of my little clusters there. Pretty lady on a dragonfly. And this is actually a vintage postcard. I mean, this is like the real deal. I just thought, I've been hoarding this for a long time, and I thought, okay, she just deserves. She's been an excellent customer, so I think she deserves that. And then some more graphic. No, that's Stamperia, and that's actually a Project Life card. I just flipped it over and made a little ruffle here out of the piece of I believe that's Tim Holtz paper. Put this on it. Here's this. Just altered a Project Life card, and that's it's like felt. It's really soft. A rainbow of possibilities, and just tucks in there. This is, I collaged all this. What I did, I love the feel of this, because what I did is I ran some pages that I really liked that had like just all kinds of stuff, like a little beetle and everything. And I ran tracing paper through my printer and printed. Oh my gosh, I love how it all came out. But this is two pockets. You've got this one with all the little fairies on it, and then I put that on the inside. So it's bright and fairyish, like fairy lights coming on, and it slides down in there. There we go. Come on, get in there. Try and do this sideways. It's not always the easiest thing. So it does go down. There we go. And then another one behind it. And that's actually from a children's book that I've got. And it just They're flying through the air with the moon. Let's put a little gold trim on there. And it slides right back there. Lots of ruffles and lace on here. This is the fairy ring, the home, and I just put a altered card in there. Some collaging on there, this fairy. And this, I have a Cicely Mary Barker. A friend had gifted me some pages out of a book she had of hers. It's from 1920. So, and it had, I just, of course, scanned them and put them in my treasury of stuff. And here is just a card I did. And this is some, it's like, it's netting, and it has all these flowers on it, and it was actually on somebody's, like a homecoming dress. And I cut them, I have a whole bunch of it because I cut it to pieces. And I just thought it fit in this scene so pretty, so I just kind of put that on there. And this is just pinned on here, and I put a little loop there. It's actually sewn on. So if she wants to hang that somewhere, she can take it out and hang it, or just leave it in here. And I added a little, the other side here, I added a little, kind of like a little, I don't know what you call this thing, kind of a hangy downy thing, but it's all kinds of stuff. And it's on a little card with the pink flower. And then I just did some pretty pink paper on the back. And it says, imagine if you look really close, there's a little tiny, little bitty tiny fairy right there. This is pretty cool. This is something I've never done before. But I just loved this. I don't know if you can tell. There you go. See, her wings glitter. But let me move this for just a second because I want to show you this. It's so pretty. I mean, I just loved it, how it turned out. But I made it so she can keep it in the book. But I made it so that if she wants to have it sitting out somewhere, she can actually stand it up. So I thought that was pretty neat. It'll sit, of course this isn't flat, but it'll sit on a desk, or, you know, if she wants, or she can just leave it in the book, or she can do both. So it's kind of like whatever she wants to do with it, she can do with it. Okay, now where were you? Where was I? Okay, there was this one. There was that. It was right here. So she sits in there with a big old clip. I love these big clips. And then here's another little piece of something there. This. And I believe I have, and then this is just a little collage thing I did. This is out of a children's book. I think it's the Treasury of Children's Virtues or something. And this has all these stories, and had this beautiful picture of this little girl with all these fairies. And it just was so magical. Here's a little collage. This is actually on the tracing paper, and a stamp, and that was on the tracing paper. It just, the printing on the tracing paper, and I just have a inkjet printer, and it came out so well. You just got to give it a few minutes to dry before you mess with it. And then a little tag here. This is actually handmade paper. Lots of ribbons and shiny stuff. Save her life and all its magic. There you go. And then here's another, she can move this around. I've got it through the little hole here, but you know, if she wants to put that somewhere else, you can. And then here's some more. This is part of a, I did a collage board, and with a lot of napkins, and that's just one of the, I made tickets out of it because it's good. And there's the Celandine fairy. I guess that's Celandine. Never heard of it before. There you go. And then this is a little, this is wallpaper. Thought it was really pretty with that purple flower. And it opens up, and it's got the fairy prince with his singing to his princess, and graphic 45. This is graphic 45, and it's got the fairies in the middle. Just a little something to have in here. A little something to look at. Get that back on. And then there's another little, this is, I did a video series on doing cardboard snippets, collages, clusters, whatever you want to call them. And this is one of those that I did. And I just love how it all turned out. And that's on graphic 45 paper. And this is just some pretty paper that I had, and I thought the flowers looked really pretty. This is the Snowdrop Fairy. So she's kind of peeking out here. Yeah, now she goes in there. I just get her in. And then this is just one of those Mary Cicely. Is it Mary? No, Cicely Mary Barker, one of her little quotes. And this is a little fairy. She's got a little bit of glitter on her. You can see that. And it says wand. And this is a fabric flip. And it's got this, she's from a children's book. I think I had that book out. Let me have to put it up. Yeah, I think I'll put the book away. That's a really cute children's book. And she's playing with her wand. And I just took some fabric and decorated it all up. And then this is 2 different pieces. This is something you can do like with your strips that you have left. This is graphic 45. You can see the fairy there and the fairy there. And then there was this piece from another sheet, and I literally on the other side and on this side I washi them together to make a pocket and put on one of my things. And this is a pretty card that I think that I don't even know where I got this. I just found it in one of my drawers, and it's got the birds, and you can write on the back, you know. This is what's your fairy name. So let me see here. So hers would be, well, I don't want to give away her name. I don't want to do that. She can look that up herself. This is one of those big Project Life card. I went to Tuesday morning and I found Project Life box with 616 Project Life cards in it, all sealed, brand new. A whole bunch of big ones, and then 3 huge stacks of the smaller ones. I was like a kid in a candy shop with those because I use them all the time. I just think they're really cool. And I have these tickets. These are from Victoria Designs, and of course, I love glitter. If you get one of my, there's going to be glitter in it somewhere. And this is another one of those cardboard little snippets. And then this is a flip. It's got that pretty paper on the back, and then got the little, she's actually walking, following the bubble and walking on a spider web. How cool is that? And then He's writing a letter. They're all, it looks like they're all writing. So I don't know if they're at school or just what's going on. And this is, it's like a, it's not Edith Holden. It's another one that I have. And I get a lot of pages out of it. It is, and I'll show you. I've taken a lot out of it. It's called A Country Woman's Journal. And I got this. Where did I get this? I believe I got this on eBay. And it was only like about $4. And it has all kinds of pages like this. I don't want to open up the whole thing right now, but and I use them in my journals because I just think they're really cool. So this is kind of like a little floppy thing here. Here's a beautiful fairy. Beautiful fairy. They're dancing under the moon. And that is, and then this pretty little piece. That's the end of the first signature. Okay, make sure I'm still in. And he's got that beautiful material in between. Okay, here's the second signature. I just added this on here. This is Stamperia. Here's another one of those pages. Just flips out, and then you've got like a little belly band, Paradise Evergreens. Can't remember where I got that from. And I just added the little beads here. So that folds down. Here's this beautiful lady, and it's hard to see. She's got glitter on her too. And that's another one of those from the book. Her fairies, and I added trim here. It's another one from the children's book. Little belly band here with them dancing. It says happiness. I love this with the two girls. Peacefulness. Every time I see two girls together like that, it makes me think of my sister. And then this is just a pretty, has little fairies. And it says harmony. Looks like they're all going to a dance or something. And they're actually carrying a bird's nest in the story. And that's them, all the different fairy friends carrying the bird's nest. And then here, this, I have to retack that because I glued it on parchment paper. I'll go back in and fix that. And has a little tuck in there. I love the sound of it though. The crinkle. A little card here with the mushrooms. Yeah, I gotta re-glue that too because I have to get out my real power, excuse me, strong glue here. There's a beautiful butterfly. That's Miss Cicely's. And there's, I put one of the little tickets, Butterfly Whispers. They're all like apothecary type things. And to recover from illness, open the bottle and let the patient listen to the whispers. I'm like, that's pretty cool. And there's a butterfly emotion. I'll go in and fix that for you. And here we go. And here's I took a piece of little paper, that, fabric that I had and stamped on it. And each fairy breath of summer as it blows with loveliness inspires a blushing rose. Just one of my tags that I made. And this is just so pretty. I just love all the yellow in it. The iris. It's my mom's favorite flower. Okay, there we go. And this is just a floating tag. This is actually on the tag. So you can move it around or just leave it where it is or whatever you want to do. And then here is, that's a Tim Holtz piece of paper. I love the way the butterflies are lined up on that. And here we have a real pretty sparkly belly band with the lady talking to the birds. And these are just some stencils that I got from TV Crafts. And this is some old paper that I had. I had this card. I wish I could remember where I got these. I just love the colors in it. It's gold and like it's a blue, but it's not like a baby blue. It's more like a, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. It's actually a football team's colors in North Carolina. Anyhow, I can't remember. And then this one, I love this. Oh, I'm gonna have to hold this up a little bit, like that, so you can see it better. Hope you can see it okay. See how it's holographic? I just love that. She's riding the owl, and then this pulls out, and it's she's riding on a bat. And I just added a dangle to that too. So, on a holographic piece. So, you know, that's the cool thing about journals is you can put in any kind of paper you want. Anything you want. And somehow it all ends up meshing together. Because I don't always stick to like one thing. I can't. I just can't. And here's a little 3D butterfly. I think I got these at the dollar store. Here's another floating tag. This is graphic 45. Twinkle Dance, the fairy dance. It's got, I just love that. And this has got a little tag in it with a fairy on it. That sticks there. And this I cut out from the front of the graphic 45. Like the top page. It had this. It says, "Oh, have you seen the fairies dance upon a summer's night and watch the gnomes and pixies prance whene'er the moon is bright?" I'm like, I just had to cut. So I cut each little piece out and put it on there on some fabric. And here I just put a little frame around I guess that's a fairy queen. I'm not sure. But I just put a little frame around them. And then here's some more, see, glitter. More of those apothecary. This is Stardust. Gives you wings for 24 hours. Sprinkle a bit on your or someone else's head. And you get wings. God, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. I just love these. And this one, Bottled Moonlight. To bring light where there is darkness. Shake the bottle to activate the light. That reminds me, my old house, backed up to some woods. And I saw like light. I was out in my backyard and I saw light down in the woods. I'm like, what the heck is that? So I had a huge backyard. It was like an acre. So I walked down to the woods and went down in the woods, and there were literally hundreds and hundreds of fireflies or lightning bugs, whatever you call them. I call them fireflies. And it was like I had been transported somewhere. I sat there just like, I don't know how long, just mesmerized. And they were everywhere, just flying around everywhere. It was one of those magical moments I will never forget in my life. And thank you to the good Lord. Man, you let me see this. I mean, I don't know who else would have even noticed that. It was just really neat. I'm glad I did. This is a very unique little belly band. I just took 2 circle punches, put them close enough together but far enough, and just slide it down between there. And I thought, that looks pretty cool because you can still see her like the whole thing with the fairies on either side. I thought that turned out pretty good. And then there's that. Oh, I can't remember whose digi this is. I hate when I do that. Then here's one I've glittered up. It's a fairy tree. I think they're having a party. And then just did that, and I had stamped on this piece of star fabric. And Dreamer of Dreams, King and Queen. And this is just a stencil I took, and I just did it in different colors going up. Life is better when you're laughing. I love this picture of her dancing with the frogs. And this is just another little, these are envelopes actually. And a couple pictures there. And I made a, oh, didn't even realize I collaged on that. There was never a merry world since the fairies left off dancing. Now a bunch of them going to the ball. Here's a, oh God, I love the crinkle sound of that tracing paper when it's coffee dyed. Just added that for strength. Now they are dancing. And this is just a little scene here. This is Passion, and I love her. Fairy eye cream, lots of glitter on there. Let you see the world from a whole new and beautiful perspective. Put a little dab of cream in each eye. A little 3D butterfly. Passion. I just love her. She's so cute. And although you're grown up, still believe in fairies and magic. And one of my little collage there. Here's another little floating tag. And this actually comes out. Life is a kaleidoscope of color. It's one of my tags. And then this is napkin on pink paper. And a couple layers of napkins. Added the butterfly. I just like the way that turned out. It's so pretty. It has awesome texture. There we go. And here's a little tuck I made with the rose. And this is actually a ballerina, a real ballerina in Russia back in the, I think, 1900s. She was real famous. Pavlova? I can't remember exactly. But I just love that picture. I'm like, okay, now I see why she looks so beautiful, because she's a star. She was a star in Russia. Like that. This is actually printed on the tracing paper. Those roses. It gives it a whole different texture when you do that. It's so pretty. And then these beads, I got tons of these. Let me tell you what. They are a pain in the neck to get off of the plastic and get onto the paper. They were twisting, they were going everywhere. It took me forever to get them on there. So, and then I put a little circle around the moon there for her and put some on there. I'm like, God, no wonder I don't use those very often. They're a pain in that push. And then this is a little pocket, and she's got wings. It's a little Asian girl. And then this is another one of my things. Some paper on there, and it says Imperial Chinese Magic Polish. She's got, these are wings, and she has wings. I believe she does, maybe not. I don't think she does. but she did. I thought that was really cool. And then there's a Tim Holtz little girl on the back, all glittered up. And then this is a belly band, but I did something kind of different. I like to play around, see what I can do. So this is kind of like, surprise! It says determination. This is a butterfly that I did on tracing paper. And it just gives it a real old antique look. And then a couple butterfly card there, and this one's lavender. This is lavender. So I don't know, I just played around, and I thought, okay, that's a nice little surprise. It's unexpected. And then there is another little card, and that's the end of this. So I'm going to go in and fix those two little ones that came loose. So Miss Laura, this will be going in the mail to you, hon. And I hope you all enjoyed looking at this. It is big. God, I just cannot do small journals. I don't know what it is about me. I try, but I think I love ephemera, so by the time I get through, use it all, and it's 2 signatures, and they're in there pretty good. So thank you for stopping by and looking at this. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and hit the notification button so that when I put out videos, you'll get them. I'm going to be hopefully doing, I hate to call them tutorials because I know the people have done them. A couple more of those videos here. I don't know if they'll be this week or next week, but I'll be getting those out soon. So thank you for stopping by and looking at this. Y'all be blessed and have a great rest of your evening.